Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Robbie, the Precision Rifle Sniper, and today we're kicking off my 2-day training for Mammoth Prep. Today's goal is 5 miles in under 15 minutes per mile with my 50-pound ruck. Tomorrow I will be stepping off, adding my rifle to this ruck, which will bring us up to 65 pounds with the same goal of 5 miles with a 15-minute mile pace. The weather is on our side this week. I'm out here in short sleeves. It's 65 degrees, so we're going to take advantage of it and make this count. All this training is leading up to the Mammoth Sniper Challenge. I wasn't able to make it to the Mammoth Sniper Challenge in Virginia that starts in 2 weeks. To show support to all the competitors that are doing the Mammoth Sniper Challenge in Virginia January 8th, I will be doing my own 30 miles in 3 days for that weekend. I have mentioned this already and have a few people that are going to join me. If anyone else is doing the Mammoth 2 here in Arkansas, go ahead and tag me and let's do our 30 miles to show support for the guys that's doing theirs in Virginia. That will also give us a chance to see where we're lacking in training going into the Mammoth 2 in April. So stick around and let's see what my 2 days of training for Mammoth looks like. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Day 1 of my 2-day training for Mammoth Prep, 5 miles in under 15 minutes per mile. All right, go. Mile number 1. Hi guys, that's mile 1. 13:45 for the first mile. So if you guys are wondering where I'm out here at my local gun club, and believe it or not, if I go all the way to the end of the range, at the end of the road there's a loop. I'll loop around and come back up to the top, which is range 1. That's exactly 1 mile. One thing about this range coming out here is this is a private range. It's behind a lock, gate, and it does have one pretty good hill, pretty good little hill that you get to go down and back up. So that first mile was pretty quick. I normally like to take off pretty fast, use up some of that spare energy that I have built up, and then I can go and get into my pace. So I hope this video comes out pretty good with me walking holding the tripod and the camera, but I'm going downhill now, so when I get to the bottom I'm gonna set the tripod up again. So, like I said in the intro, this is 2 days of training, 5 miles both days. Tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my Mammoth rifle out here. And I'm gonna ruck, and then after the ruck, I'm gonna do a couple of drills. So one drill was one I recently got tagged in. So if you guys are doing little challenges, go ahead and tag me in the challenge. Not only does that give me some training to do, it also gives me some content to put up here on the Instagram. So if you guys are out there doing any training or any rifle challenges, go ahead and tag me. That's Precision Rifle Sniper. One word, precision rifle sniper. Alright, so I'm almost at the bottom here. I'm gonna set the tripod up. First, I guess I'm gonna point it downrange here, downhill. And then when I come back through, I'll turn it around so you guys can see me climbing up the hill. So here we go. Set you up right here. Boom. Alright, I'm at a 14:30 pace. I'm gonna bring you guys up here, turn you around so you can see the uphill. Turn you around so you can see the uphill a little better. And then I'm gonna have to pick it up. So, let's go. Boom. So I finished the second mile in 14:30. Let me tell you, that hill smoked me trying to get up it and still make time. So my average pace right now is a 13:50. So average wise, I'm still doing pretty good. I come down the hill pretty fast. So this mile, I'm at a 13:40. So I'm at 2.3 miles. I'm gonna go ahead and carry the tripod to the halfway mark. So the 2.5 mile, and then set it down. But today I'm using my Solomon, I think they're Ultra 4 shoes. I've used these shoes, not this same pair, but this brand, for the last 2 years of Mammoth. And let me tell you, I've lost a toenail 2 years in a row. They worked, but I'm thinking of switching it up to something different. So my first year doing the Mammoth, I wore military boots. And that's not the answer. Those things are heavy and uncomfortable. I'm thinking I might just wear a pair of Gore-Tex Nikes. At this point, I haven't really seen too much terrain that I need a boot or that I need a good hiking shoe. I've been wearing a pair of Nike. I don't remember the name of them, but they're Gore-Tex Nikes, and they actually are pretty comfortable and been doing a good job. So this tripod gets heavy if you're wondering why. And check out that view. That's a bauxite lake, blue hole they call them, out here on the range. So we're still gonna need another almost a 10th till we get to 2.5. So my backpack weighs 54 pounds. I've weighed it multiple times. It's just a bag of sand. I actually put it on top of a pillow to get the weight a little higher in the bag instead of all the sand just weighing down at the bottom. But we're coming up towards the end here. This is the loop around at the end, at the half-mile mark. So I'm gonna set the tripod down right in here somewhere. So that's 2.5 right there. I'm gonna set you guys right here. Go ahead and adjust this. But anyway, that's 2.6 miles at 14-minute pace. Gotta get it. Boop. All right, so I just finished the 3 miles at the top of the hill. It was at 14:30. I feel like that's just my normal pace nowadays. If I'm not running or jogging and just trying to step it out, I usually do about 14:30. So right now we're sitting at 3.5 miles and an average pace of 14 minutes. So I'm gonna start taking this tripod back towards the top of the hill where the truck is at. So hopefully these angles are not too terrible, make me look awful, but I'm just bringing it to you guys for real. So just doing the 5 miles today, and then I'm gonna knock out another 5 tomorrow with my rifle in the back. So I'm gonna push it. So it's not gonna be the worst ruck I've ever done, but back-to-back 5 milers. So on my ears here, I'm doing podcast. Right now I'm listening to Miles to Matches. So not only do I get some training in, but I also get some knowledge in. So right now we're averaging 14-minute pace. I'm gonna put you guys right up here on the edge of the road. Starting to be some traffic come in here today. So some people shooting. So set you guys right up here. Alright, so I'll be back. Boop. So that's over 4 miles, 4.3 miles. I'll give you an update when I get back, but I'm gonna keep on going. Boop. Alright, so last hill climb, I'm at 4.6 miles. All we gotta do is make it back up the hill to the truck. My average pace right now is a 14:12. So if I can just finish this last hill climb, we're gonna make some good time. Let's push it. So I'm using the Apple Watch. It would be very nice to get one of those Garmin. I need something that I could go all 3 days of Mammoth without having to recharge. With this Apple Watch, I'm so worried about it running out of battery that I charge it every night. And to do that, I have to bring a charger or charging cord just for the watch. So and just so you guys know, I do have it in my mind on my plans to get a smaller camera to bring to Mammoth. So I'm thinking I'm gonna pick up one of those, pick up a DJI Nano, clip it on my hat, get you guys up close in front with the Mammoth Sniper Challenge. If you guys would like to see that, go ahead and comment in this video and let me know. This is the hill climb. Push up it. Let's go. Finish strong. Also, I'm gonna work on getting a wireless microphone. I don't have a microphone right now. And sometimes I feel like I'm having to yell to the camera, or the camera is picking up a lot of wind noise. So if I'm really trying to do this next year, I need to pick up some equipment. I mean, I spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on guns and ammo. So what's a few hundred on a camera and a microphone, you know? Woo! Sorry for the breathing. This hill, smoking. This mile's at a 1440. But I just need to finish it up in under 15. Almost to the top. Almost to the top. Whew. Tomorrow's ruck is absolutely gonna slay. Trying to get that 15 minutes. Adding 15 more pounds to my ruck. So if I don't make it, you guys know I gave it all. And don't forget, I'm going to be doing 30 miles, but I'm only running 50 pounds, 30 miles for 3 days. On the same weekend that they're going to be doing the Mammoth Sniper Challenge in Virginia. So I have a couple of other people that have mentioned it, or mentioned that they would like to do it also. So if you would like to do it, go ahead and comment that you're going to do it and tag me in your results. If only it's a picture of your watch, that'd be good enough. Tag me at Precision Rifle Sniper. There's the truck, guys. 4 miles, 4.94 miles. Half of a tenth. I'm probably going to have to walk past the truck and come back. So I'll set you guys up. All right, let's get the last. One hour and 12 minutes. There you go. 5 miles in an hour and 12 minutes. 14:22 per mile average pace. Let me set you up over here and I'll give you an outro for today. Alright, so that's it for today. That's another 5 miles. Another 5 miles on this Everly stock gunslinger. I've absolutely wore this thing out. I think I might have to upgrade. For one, you can't replace this back pad here, and it's getting a little flat. So if I get to upgrade before Mammoth, that would be sweet. But if I have to run this one, that would be okay. But like I said, there's a pillow in the bottom and then a 50-pound bag of sand in the top. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I'm actually running the sand in a waterproof bag. So this is just a military waterproof bag, and it's got the sand in it. For one, I don't want any sand all in the bottom of my bag. And for two, sand holds moisture, so if you get it wet, it's going to be heavy. A lot heavier than just the bag. So that's another thing for Mammoth. If you're not training to go above the minimum standard, if it rains out there, your bag can actually gain 15 pounds. So what was a 50-pound bag will turn into the 65-pound bag by the end of a day when it's raining. So keep that in mind. I always spray my stuff down with some Scotch Guard waterproofing before, a couple of days before, and then even the day before. Let the first layer dry and then go back with the next layer. But that's going to conclude today's training. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing again, same bag, and we're going to add the 15-pound rifle in here. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, this is day 2 of the 2-day training for Mammoth preparation. Yesterday I did 5 miles with a 50-pound rucksack. Today I'm doing another 5 miles. This time I'm adding the rifle to the ruck. With the ruck weighing 50 pounds yesterday, today I'm adding a 15-pound rifle. We'll go into more details about the rifle after the ruck. I'm going to also do a couple of shooting drills. If anyone else is training for Mammoth, just shooting drills or any rifle shooting challenges, go ahead and tag me in your challenge so I can join you. But let me go over the way I carry this rifle real quick. So the Everly stock gunslinger that I've been using, I've had this bag for 5 years. I've put over 1,000 miles on it. In the back of the Everly stock gunslinger, hence the name the gunslinger, there's a scabbard in the back that you can slide your rifle in, and it slides all the way down. This one is actually wide enough to fit your bigger bolt guns. Also, when you purchase this gunslinger, it does have a hood that comes on it that will cover the whole rifle if you're trying to keep it out of the weather and the rain. I just did without the hood. Never did have any use for the hood, the rifle cover. But that's it. Alright, so my plan is the same as yesterday. I'm going to leave the tripod up here for the first mile. I'll grab it on my way down. I'll try to place it in a couple of different spots so you're not seeing the same thing. I'll probably talk to you guys as I pick you up and run you through. So hopefully you guys are not bored to death. But definitely stay around. After the ruck today, I will be doing some shooting and a little bit of talking about this rifle. So stay tuned. So I'm still needing that Garmin watch. So if we're ready, 2, 1, go. Alright, it's first mile down. First mile down. 14:10 was the pace, was the time for the first mile. So I'm running my Nikes that I was talking about today. And I just figured out why I like the Solomons over the Nikes. I had to stop and tie my shoe versus the Solomons that run like a cable system that you cinch tight and there's no shoestrings. So the shoes without shoestrings is the better option for rucking. You don't have to stop and tie your shoe or tighten them up. I'm gonna set you guys right here at the top of the hill. Here we go. Just gonna tell you, that hill is a smoker with 65 pounds on your back. Alright, just finished 2 miles. Second mile was a 14:30. Climbing this hill kicked my butt on mile 2. So I'm definitely gonna get slower. But as long as I can keep an overall pace average under 15, that's my goal. For the Mammoth Sniper Challenge, it is actually 16. But like they say, train because you'll fall to the level of your training. But so if I can get under 15, that's the way I look at it. You're banking or putting 1 minute in the bank for every mile. So at 5 miles, you will have 5 minutes to spare in the bank if you do that. So if you start slowing down towards the end, you'll have that buffer to cover you. So, and 5 minutes is not a ton. I mean, it is, I guess, almost a half a mile. Not really, but 5 minutes can really help. Especially when you see these guys come across the finish line with the countdown, within the last few seconds crossing the finish line. I'll see that on the very first ruck of the match. And I'm just like, how are these guys supposed to finish 3 days if they're just finishing by seconds on the very first ruck of a 3-day ruck match? All right, I'm gonna set you guys right here. You can see down this road, then I'll turn you around on my way back. All right, let me climb this hill. I'll be back. Boop. All right, guys. Mile 3 at the top of the hill. I did not make the 15 minutes. I was just over at 15:10. So I'm gonna have to make that up. Or if I could keep it about that, I'll be good. I need to go ahead, set the tripod back down. Filming this kind of slows me down. So here you go. Wish me luck. 2 miles left. Boop. All right. So we have this hill. This is mile 4. I'm setting at a 14:28 for this mile. If I can just make it to the top of this hill, carrying the tripod in under 15 minutes, then I just need to finish up one more mile. I probably told you guys how this was working already. Just another update. But it's basic half a mile downhill to the end of the gun club, and then turn around. They have a little loop down there at the end to turn around. So go around the loop and then climb all the way uphill back to the top to the first range. Range 1. Range 1 is a long range up here at the top. So I will be doing some shooting today since I have my rifle with me, but I'm gonna climb this hill with you. I'm gonna climb this hill with the camera, set it up, and then do the final mile. This is day 2 of my 2 days of mammoth training, 5 miles a day. I told you guys yesterday, my plan is to do 30 miles the same weekend to do 30 miles the same weekend of the Mammoth Sniper Challenge in Virginia. Mammoth number 1. Because I'm actually not going to that one. My mammoth is actually going to be here in Arkansas in April. So I still have a little bit of time to get ready. But just to show my support and to encourage the competitors while they're out there trying to finish the mammoth. Alright, so you guys can see how long this hill is. I'm absolutely smoked. Climbing the hill, talking to you, carrying the tripod. If you're wondering why it's kind of so low, it just takes a lot of muscle fatigue to hold it up higher. But there's the top of the hill. There's the turnaround point. Over there, my truck. So I showed you the first day we are behind the lock gate. So this is a pretty nice private club with a decent amount of ranges and a very budget-friendly membership. And your membership includes family, so any of your immediate family can come out and shoot with you. It's a pretty good deal. Whew. All right. 1 more mile. We're going to finish up mile 4 at 14:40. 14:40 is going to be the end of mile 4. All right, that's it. Set this tripod up. Set you guys up. Let's finish this. 1 more mile. 1 more mile. Woo! That's it. All right. Here's what we got. 5 miles, 14:44 average pace, 1 hour and 13 minutes. So, go ahead. Let's go. Training for Mammoth 2026. So guys, I'm absolutely smoked. Definitely need to pick up my training. Absolutely smoked. So, again, Eberly stock held up pretty good. No problem with the 5 miles for the Eberly stock. My 6GT light sniper rifle. We're going to check the zero on it, run a couple of drills. So I wore this jacket. I probably shouldn't have, but maybe it'll be like a sauna, sweat off some of this extra fat, like one of those sweatsuits. This thing is soaked. I'm soaked. I should have brought another shirt. So I'm gonna grab a Gatorade. Alright guys, this is day 3 of my prepping for Mammoth video. I'm not going to bore you guys with another long, stretched out ruck video. I'm gonna try to knock out the ruck today, and then I'll let you know what happened and why I ended up with a 3rd day for this video. So on every lap I'll come back and just update you with the lap time and just knock out this 5 miles real quick, and we'll get back to the video. So I did skip a day for Christmas, so this ain't 3 days back to back. I did take a day off for Christmas. So we're starting in 3, 2, go. All right, so that's mile 1, 15:10. That Christmas ham is hitting hard this morning. That's mile number 2. I'm still sitting at 15-minute miles. All right, so that's finished mile number 3. My pace is 14:30. All right, mile 4. 14:30. All right, guys, that's 5 miles for the 3rd day. If you didn't notice, I was running the rifle again today. Yeah, I don't know the exact weight. It's over 65 pounds. I'll give you the weight right here of the total for the 2nd day and the 3rd day. But that's 3 days of 5 miles each day. I'll give you the time for today. I'll give you an overall average time. And if I can do Strava over here, I'll do Strava for you guys. But I hope I haven't bored you to death watching this. We'll get to the shooting. I'll explain what happened on day 2 in the shooting portion. So stick around. We're gonna get to shooting. All right guys, check this out. This is day 3 of my training for Mammoth preparation video. Yesterday's epic fail was, if I have the footage, I'll show you it, but the first drill is gonna be the same drill that we're fixing to do. It was 100 yards, cold bore, first round at a 2-inch target, 2nd and 3rd rounds at 1-inch targets. Here we go. And 100 yards, cold bore, everything in hand. So I have no idea. I couldn't see the target. I should have checked my scope. It was kind of fogged over. Not gonna lie, I couldn't really see where they were going. So you guys, and when I got down on the scope was fogged over because of my backpacking or my rucking all day, just like you would in Mammoth. I explained it in the other video. If you already heard it, here it is again. You have to be prepared. And I was not. So my first 3 rounds I couldn't see where they were going because of the foggy glass. Once I cleaned the glass, I got on target and there was no bullet holes in the target. So in efforts to figure it out, I shot 3 more rounds. So needless to say, I only brought 10 rounds for the whole training prep video with my rifle, and I was 6 rounds in and still didn't know where the bullets were going. Come to find out, when I installed this Kenton Industries turret tape, I had taken the turret off like I've showed you in the other videos to install the turret tape, and what I didn't realize is I already had some dope dialed in when I took the turret off. When I put it back on, I put it back on 0. So that really threw off everything. So I used my last 4 rounds. I kind of got on target-ish, somewhat zeroed, but I'm just going to go with it. I have 10 rounds loaded. I haven't shot this rifle today. I just carried it for 5 miles on this morning's ruck, on day 3, 5-mile ruck. So here we go with the first drill of the training for mammoth preparation. For the training for mammoth preparation, let me grab my timer. Alright, so I have my timer now. I have it set on 60 seconds. This is the rifle that I'm taking to Mammoth, the 6GT. If you guys want to see a full video on the breakdown of this rifle, go ahead and comment down in the bottom. But this is not the bipod that I'm going to be taking. I actually have the new MDT mountain bipod on order. It was on back order, so we'll see when that gets here. But this is the bag that I'm taking. It's the Armageddon gear, pint size with the standard feel. So when the buzzer goes off, I'm going to start. Bag in hand, mag out, bipod out, and I'll have 60 seconds for 3 shots on target. And then I need to go home and clean this gun. Got some rust growing on from 2 days of hiking out here in the wet. So anyway, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Ready? Go. Alright, it appears that I hit all 3 points. My time was 32 seconds. If you're looking at the target, the first round fell a little to the right. I seen it. I made an adjustment. I held left edge on the 2 orange dots. We'll go down and take a closer look, but this is going to be a challenge that I'm going to post on my Instagram story for anyone else to try to film it and tag me in it. See if you can beat my times and my hits. Alright guys, up next for the second challenge of the Mammoth Prep, I'm going to be doing the challenge that Jake of the North tagged me in, where we'll walk down and run back 25 yards and engage a target, a man-sized target. So I have an 18 by 30 inch target down there, over 500 yards. I didn't range it, but I'm very familiar with this range and I know how far that plate is, so I think it's going to be roughly 550, which I'm going to be holding over 3 mils. So you'll run back, take a kneeling or seated position shot. You can use a tripod, and then you will go prone for 1 shot and the fastest time, or just to see who can get the fastest time. So I have my rifle and my tripod, and let's get started. If anyone else tries this challenge, go ahead and tag me in it. If you didn't tag Jake of the North, I will tag him in it. So let's start challenging each other to get more proficient in our shooting skills. So I'm going to take the walk. So the time limit is 2 minutes, but I don't think I'll need that time, but there is a time limit of 2 minutes. So I'm going to walk down. I'll have to fast forward so you guys don't have to see all that. I'll run back 25 yards, 1 shot kneeling or seated, and 1 shot from the prone. Alright, 25 yards, 2 shots, 1 shot seated or kneeling, and 1 shot prone. Both good impacts. 59 seconds. So that's 59 seconds. 2 shots, 1 shot kneeling and 1 shot prone. Alright, to stay in the spirit of this challenge and the training prep, the third drill, I'm going to incorporate the 25 yards run up. This time the target will be 220 standing, 330 kneeling, and 420 in the prone. With a 25 yard run up and the same 2-minute pour time. All 3 good hits. 69 seconds. So go ahead and try that challenge. Tag me in it. And let's see what you can do. Alright, so I had to take that jacket off. I'm getting pretty hot with the run up. But we're going to go into a next challenge. You guys can try this if you want to. If not, I'm not going to tag anyone in this. This is just some training. But I'm going to run up 25 yards, going to set up. We're going to shoot standing offhand at 220. Then we're going to do standing tripod at 330. Then we'll do kneeling bipod or seated at 420. And then we'll do prone at that 550 yard target. So, if you want to do this challenge, you can. If not, or if you want to do this challenge, tag me in it. We're still going to have the same 2-minute pour time. This is my training for Mammoth Prep. Bag. First shot, standing offhand, 200 yards. Impact. Second shot, 300 yards. Impact. Beautiful position. 400 yards. Impact. Prone. 500. Impact. Clean run. 89 seconds. 89-second clean run. If you guys want to try it, go ahead. Tag me in your time. You don't have to do a video, but you can take some pictures if you want to. Just tag me in it at Precision Rifle Sniper. Alright, so I got one more round for today. We're going to do the 550 yards since the camera's set up down there. This shot is just going to be one shot at 550 yards on the clock. We're going to be doing tripod rear support using the long bipod for the front. Magazine out, bolts closed, empty chamber, tripod in hand, collapse. Alright, one shot, 550, tripod rear support. One shot, 550, tripod rear support in under 2 minutes. Impact. Good run. I double checked that I was on the right target. Better safe than sorry, you know. But all in all, good practice today. 15 miles in 3 days. A couple of issues with shooting and the turret on my rifle. But I'll go into detail about this rifle and the load I'm using in a separate video. This video is going to be long enough, but if you're still here, go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe, stick around. I have more content coming as fast as I can produce it. So alright guys, that's it. Till next time.